I guess you just want to start off by introducing yourself.
Well, my name's Dale Savage. I'm 57 years old, born and raised in a suburb of Detroit. Graduated from Central with a major in production operations management and a minor in computer science. And I met my wife there. Went to Central Michigan University. Well, went to Wayne State, dropped out of Wayne State University, then went up to Central Michigan, which is that's a small, maybe 16,000 student school. Not the serious students went to Central. They were the kids that didn't get into Michigan State or U of M. And it was a lot of fun. There wasn't the study, it wasn't never really serious study type of school.
Okay.
So when I see the students here, I kind of feel like, oh, I'm a little sorry because they have to work so hard at an age when, boy, I couldn't have done that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they shut down my office I was working at. Was a computer programmer working for Home Depot, and they shut down my office and they consolidated in Atlanta in the Home Depot's headquarters. And so luckily that job ended. I was in queue and I thought it was my dream job, but it's just not a healthy situation to be sitting in a queue all day under pressure, sitting in one spot.
Yeah.
You could look at the money and think, wow, that's pretty good.
Uh-huh.
But the money can be very
It's not worth
deceiving.
it.
True.
Yeah. So that shut down, thankfully, and then my son and I, we went and took a trip to the Midwest because I determined, well, we're going to get out of this. So we took a ride through the Midwest here and Tennessee and all that stuff, and this seemed like, boy, this is a nice
It's a
spot.
nice little place.
Yeah. So that's why we ended up here. We determined, well, this is a good spot. We've been married now for 32 years or
You
something.
gotta know that.
That's probably wrong. At the top of my head, I'm horrible with
Mhm.
with year stuff. But and have two sons, 23 and 26. But so I've been working here about 8 years.
Okay.
They started college. The oldest one went to Moorhead. He
Okay.
dropped out, and my younger son, he went to Berea,
Oh.
and
close
but
competitor.
he
Yeah.
dropped out too.
Okay.
It was, and my wife, she's very disappointed. She thought that, her college experience was, something that she treasured.
Mhm.
And she hated to see the boys
Yeah.
lose that. But things are a lot different now.
Yeah.
And sometimes, the picture perfect, Ozzie and Harriet, it's just, it doesn't fit for everybody.
That's
So
very true.
yeah, and I felt the youngest son had a lot of anxiety issues. So he became very depressed, very hard on himself. That's why I work with the kids here. I have a tendency to think that they can get very tough on themselves. So, I wasn't surprised he had to drop out of Berea, but Berea is a nice, awesome school
Yeah.
from what I saw of it.
Do you think the opportunities today for people who don't go to school are better or worse than they were when you went?
The dream isn't there.
Yeah.
The dream is for most kids going to like a Central Michigan. I'm sorry, I'm not seeing it.
Yeah.
But it could still be there for a driven person if you really want it. But I think that the jobs today, they might pay okay if you move up a little bit, but they require a lot more than they used to. So it's not it's not like the dream's not there, but I think it's a lot tougher of of an environment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that changing?
I've had a very positive experience with the students here. I mean, I am been very surprised, almost shocked at the level of maturity of the students. I mean, when I was growing up, at your age, I was probably about 10, 20 years behind. You know? Really. I don't know whether it's the students here just at center or what, but the students seem a lot more worldly, a lot more mature. Just.
And so you think that helps the relationship with the staff?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, it's been my experience that the students have kind of added to my experience, just as a person.
Okay.
So it's been pretty cool. Yeah. Well,
appropriate for the camera.
We got a little property out in Mercer County, and I like to play on the property.
Okay.
We're going to do a garden this year and stuff. So
Nice.
that's the. I'm so happy that we have a little bit of property to work with, because I never understood the value of a family.
Yeah.
That we can all work together on a project. And you don't realize the power of it until you start doing something together. And then you start realizing, oh, this is a powerful thing, a family. But a person growing up in the suburbs, the value of the family, it's not there. It's not necessary for everybody to do the same thing. The dad goes to work, and everybody kind of goes their own way. And you don't see the power of a family, what it can do, and the joy it can bring. I didn't think I'd ever experience it. I never had it.
Well, growing up,
Growing up, my dad worked. He was a hardware salesman. My mom, she stayed at home. It was very light chores, if any.
Mhm.
So it was kind of an individual thing. We grew apart
Yeah.
because there was no cohesive reason. There was no purpose
Mhm.
for it. Like when they had the farms, they not only had the families, but they had a community that was vital. It wasn't just. I get the sense that they were really attached. It's we've lost that.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
I had a thought
Mhm.
that I thought what you guys might appreciate. Bees, okay? They are communicating somehow. They can't be explained in 3 or 4 dimensions. But if you just look just a little bit, you see there's other dimensions.